Can Batman discover the truth behind the beast that has been stalking him and his friends, or is it too late? Let's hop into the pages of Detective Comics number 998 and find out for ourselves, shall we? Alrighty then, so as we join the comic, we pick on up from where the last issue left off. Batman, after exhausting pretty much every other lead he had, decided to look up Dr. Hugo Strange. This guy ticks pretty much every box under the sun for being the perpetrator in all of this. He's creepy as hell, has a long history of creating genetic freaks, and why yes, Strange is most certainly guilty of being in the process of creating new monsters, but well, it's just that. He couldn't possibly have created the shape-shifting thing that's been attacking Batman and his mentors recently. It's at this point, though, the investigation takes a rather interesting turn as Batman gets a call from Jason Blood, master of the mystic arts and current host for the rhyming demon Etrigan. Jason Blood was also something of a mentor to Batman. No, not for the magical arts, that was Zatanna and Zatara who did that, and ultimately Batman didn't succeed in learning magic. He did learn quite a lot about intimidation from Blood and Etrigan. This makes Bruce think for a moment that perhaps this shape-shifting monster has its roots in the magical side of things and not the science fiction side of things. All Batman knows for sure, though, is that if he's gonna help out Etrigan, he's gonna need the right tool for the job, and for that he decides to get the Hellbat armor out of mothballs. Don't remember this? Well, it's actually a really awesome Tomasi invention. Batman used it originally for a planned fight with Darkseid to try and save his son Damian's body back when he was briefly dead. Then Lois Lane picked up the suit yet again in the Superman book. And seeing as Batman is going to have to duke it out with a horrible bat monster that is draining all the magical energy out of Etrigan, it's a good thing he's brought the big guns for this job. And indeed, the Hellbat armor is powerful. But it also has a Texas-sized Achilles heel, and that is to work properly, it needs to drain Bruce's very own metabolic system. And to beat this paranormal creature, Batman is forced to push the suit harder than he ever has before, operating under something called the Devastator Protocol. Basically, it's one giant super punch that drains everything. Luckily, doing this means that Batman is victorious, but sadly, he's nowhere closer to finding who's been attacking him and his friends. However, in cleaning up Jason Blood's creepy curio shop, they do end up finding something rather unexpected, a grappling hook, but not just any grappling hook, Batman's original hook. Once again showing that whoever this mystery villain might be, they know Batman inside and out. To truly try and get to the bottom of this, Batman decides to track down the man who built his first grappling hook, Silas Stone, father of Victor Stone, aka Cyborg. This is honestly a bit of a retcon right here. I would assume if anyone would have built Batman's first grappling hook, it should have been Lucius Fox, but you know, hey, we'll take it. Especially considering that it's after this things in the comics start to get really strange. Silas starts talking and acting really out of character, getting really kind of pushy and critical about Batman, before eventually shooting him with some sort of weird dart which makes the world melt away and become, well, the Matrix for a second with a bunch of ones and zeros. If nothing else, though, we do ultimately come face to face with who the real villain in this story might be, the one who claims to be Batman's greatest foe since the very beginning, and that is, well, Batman himself. Only he's little and tiny and child-sized as the comic ends. Okay, I did not see that coming. And so that was Detective Comics number 998, everybody, and I gotta say, just when I thought this series was starting to slow down, it speeds right up again and throws us a ton of curveballs. This issue basically seeks to say, hey, if the solution here isn't based in science, isn't based in magic, maybe it's based in something much weirder. I have my own theories, of course, like maybe this is some sort of Kobayashi Maru scenario Batman set up for himself that has gotten out of hand now. Although honestly, I think if they did a it's all a dream type ending, a lot of people would be disappointed, myself included. All I can say though is that I am absolutely hanging on every one of Peter Tomasi's words, and I cannot wait to see where all of this ends up going. I'd give this one a very solid 8 out of 10. Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again. I want to thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not take a look at some of these other videos I have available from the channel. Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Cape Joel, so you're always up to date on what I'm doing next. And hey, if you're in the market for some cheap comic books, might I recommend Book Depository? They're my favorite place to get cheap comic book trades, and if you use my link down in the description, not only will you save a bundle by not having to pay a cent for shipping, but everything you do buy goes to support me in the channel. So you win, I win, everybody wins, right? And until next time everyone, this has been Cape Joel, and I'm going to continue making comic book videos that smack of greatness. Bye-bye.